Well, it is a real pleasure for me to introduce our speaker today, Monica Williams. Monica and I actually crossed paths back in 2007 when Monica was a member of the 2007 Strive class over at Kennedy, and I was the Rotary Club president that year. And then, unbeknownst to us, 10 years later, our paths crossed again when Monica was hired where I work at the city of Bloomington to work in the HR department. What I didn't know was that the intervening years between high school graduation and working at the city of Bloomington for Monica, really, there were a lot of obstacles and challenges that Monica faced. And she really met those obstacles with a lot of grit and determination and perseverance and an incredible amount of optimism. And we are so fortunate to have her at the city of Bloomington, where she is still today working in the police department now as information assistant, but also informally known as the director of first impressions, and you will find out why in a minute. Monica spoke to last year's Strive class, and she was so inspiring that we wanted to bring her back so that you all could hear her story. So please welcome Monica Williams.
Hello, and thank you for welcoming me back here again today. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. As Ms. Diane said, between my high school graduation of 2007, go Eagles, and my Normandale High School graduation, it was very challenging, very challenging. I had goals of going to a college down south, and my goal was to be a majorette, be a dancing doll that I wanted to be in college, and then go on to pursue business management. It didn't work out for me that way, because after high school graduation, I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. And being diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, that was a challenge for me. I could not walk. From me to you, I could not see you. You were blurry. And that took a toll on my life. For 2 years, I fought to learn how to walk again. I had a walker, I had a cane, physical therapy, occupational therapy. I went to the Phillips Low Eye Institute to get my vision back restored. It was rough. I was 18. I was perfectly healthy. I was a cheerleader for 3 years. I was not a flyer. I was a base, because my feet was not leaving the ground. So, it was awesome. It was awesome. And then all of a sudden, one day, in September, I'm cleaning my room and I fall over. And after that, it took many, many months of figuring out what happened, what was wrong. And I remember a doctor. She just took my family, my mother and my father and myself, into this conference room and said, "We have it. It's multiple sclerosis. Do you know what that is?" I had no idea. My mind went to, am I ever going to walk again? Am I going to live? I thought I was going to die because I did not understand this. But what I did understand going through working out occupational physical therapy is that I said, I'm going to overcome this. I'm going to beat this. I said, I'm going to beat it. And I started beating it. Because I said, I'm going to do it. So I would be in physical therapy. They told me to take 5 steps. I said, okay, I took 10. And they said, you're overdoing it. I said, no, I'm not overdoing it. I'm overcoming this. And I did. And I did. And I kept progressing, kept going on. And I got to the point where, hi, here I am, on no cane, no walker. No. And then I said, okay, well, my mom is here. She goes, you should go to school. You should go back to school. And I said, well, the school I really want to go to, I can't. She says, it doesn't have to be that school. Just go to school. Okay, so I look into Normandale. In Normandale, I'm like, I don't know what I want to do. I really don't. I'll just start taking generals. And I started taking generals. But before I started taking generals, I had a child. She was 6 months old, little girl. And I said, I'm going to do this, but I'm going to do this for myself, and I'm going to do this for her. Because my mom kept pushing me. She said, you have so much to do it. So I did. I went to school starting out part-time, night classes. And then my daughter got older. She became 1. I took her to Normandale with me. And we were both going to school together. And my 2-year degree, with an associate's with an emphasis in sociology, did not take me 2 years to get. It took me 5. I had challenges of raising a daughter as a single parent, my health conditions, things in my family. My mom was going through something. I had to be there for my mom. So I just kept remembering, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I'm gonna do this. I said, I'm gonna do this. And I did. I did. So in May of 2016, May 16th of 2016, I got my degree from Normandale. My daughter, my mother, my family were in the stands. They screamed loudly for me. I did not walk across that stage. I danced across that stage because I had something to celebrate. And it was, how did I do it? How did I do it? I had faith. My faith told me to do it. Told me to keep going. Don't give up. As I learned, make adjustments. Your adjustments are not failures. Your adjustments are just that. It's an adjustment to help you go to the next level. And that's what I did. And after I graduated, a week later, I started working at the city of Bloomington. Human resources. I said, oh boy, I don't know what I'm gonna do here. This wasn't what I was expecting, but it was an adjustment. I worked there for 4 years, learning all sorts of things. I'm learning FMLA, learning about hiring, and just learning about medical benefits. But at the same time of what I learned, my greatest things were building relationships with different people from all walks of life. That really helped me because I sat there and I said, I really like this, but it was more of you have a job to do, a work to do, that you are doing. And people are saying, well, you're so awesome, you're so great. And I said, well, thank you, but it's not me. You're seeing something greater than me. And I just remember saying, okay, this is an adjustment, but I think I'm gonna do something more. And I remember just sitting in my room and I just cried out and I said, God, what am I supposed to do? What am I doing? He said, follow what I'm doing. Follow me and listen to what I'm going to tell you to do. It's gonna blow your mind. And it blew my mind because I'm sitting there and I heard peacemaker. I said, you're right. I am a peacemaker. I don't like confrontation. And then, everything started happening with George Floyd. But before George Floyd, it was the hands up, don't shoot movement. And I said, God, there's got to be something greater here. What can I do? How can I help people? everybody. I want to help everybody. He said, just wait. And I waited. And I waited. And being at Normandale, I had a specific professor. His name was Stephen Sullivan. And he used to tell me, I want to see you in law enforcement. And I laughed at him. I said, I'm not going to be in law enforcement. I'm not going to wear a uniform. He said, no, you don't have to wear a uniform. He said, but I want you in law enforcement. He says, you have something to offer. He says, you're very empathetic. He says, you're a peacemaker, I can tell. Well, God, that's what God told me. I'm a peacemaker, okay. So I said, okay. So I remember just being in human resources, and I said, God, I really need to use the gifts and talents and skills that you have given me. What do I do? Lo and behold, there was a police opening in the police department for a police information assistant. And I said, okay, should I apply? Will I get this? Apply. Yes, you will get it. And I did. And I've been that police information assistant now for 2 years. But it's because I did not give up on my dreams. I did not give up on myself. My work is to help people. It's to help encourage people. This morning, I woke up, it was 1:30 in the morning, and I said, oh boy, what do I do? And I just remember just being there praying, and then I remember hearing, sing a new song. I said, sing a new song? What song am I going to sing? It said, sing a new song that the world does not know about. The song I have for you today is not an average song, but it's a song of you are an overcomer. There are many people in this room right now that have gone through something, that are going through something, that are going to go through something. But I encourage you, and I'm telling you now, that you are an overcomer. As Strive students, you are students taking risks, initiating victories every day. That's what Strive means to me. You are those Strive students. You are overcoming great things. And don't let anyone tell you that you cannot do what it is that your heart says for you to do. Do not listen to that naysaying voice that says you should not do this, but you should do this. No. Listen to what it is that you are supposed to do. God created you for a purpose, and He does not want you to be anything or anyone else other than what He has purposed you to be. I have learned yesterday that excuses are nails for a house of failure. It blew my mind to hear that yesterday. And I was so my mind has been blown. Excuses are nails for building a house of failure. Don't have an excuse. Make an adjustment. Because you are great. Your purpose in life is great. I was here where you are. I know what it's like. I know what it's like to hear other voices telling you what to do. You should do this. No, you should do this. But you know what's in your heart. I finally realized now, at the age of 33, that I am a born peacemaker. I am an encourager. I am a motivator. I am a supporter. I love everyone. You inspire me to help other people. And I want you to go out and help other people. But you have to first help yourself to know that you can go out and you can do it. You're going to stumble. You might fall. But get back up. Make an adjustment. Keep going. Keep going. Don't stop. Don't stop. No matter how long it takes you to get there, you will get there. I remember being young and always reading a book. Always reading a book. I loved reading. Loved it. Not knowing that that would later shape my future. I remember writing in notebooks. Those were my diaries. Just writing everything down. And just remember hearing a few years ago, you're going to write a book. For many years, people would tell me, oh, you should write a book. You're so fun. You're great. You got a lot to offer. You should write a book. And I said, I don't write a book. I'm not going to write a book. I don't like English. It took me to get to college to get an A. I said, how can I do that? And then I just remember hearing, you're going to write a book. And I am. I'm writing a book. I am soon to be a self-published author. All of my years of reading a book and being called a nerd, that's okay. That's okay, because that's a part of who I am. It doesn't matter. But I encourage you to continue. Go forward. Go. Be that Strive student. You are. Students taking risks, initiating victories every day. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And I just want you to know that I love you. I love you. I love you all. And I just, you have great to offer. So many great things to offer. And do not let your light go dim because of the things you have to offer. Let it shine. That little song, this little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. Please do. Let your light shine brighter than an LED that NASA can see. In space and out of space. Shine so bright. That's what I want you to do. Thank you. Any questions? Early next year. 2023. Yes. Any more questions? Yes.
You mentioned your mother was here.
Yes.
How important is that parental encouragement and support when you're growing up? And I didn't know if you had a father in your home or not, but how important is that for Strive students to have that support at home?
It's very important for you to have support at home. And I know a lot of people are not fortunate enough to have the support at home. But I tell you this, you have the support of people that love you. They encourage you to do the right thing. They want to help you to push forward. Listen to those people. Because I was fortunate, yes, I have my mom, I have my dad, I have my sister who's here in the back as well. And, just different people that in my life. A lot of my support didn't come from family either. From teachers, from co-workers, from friends passing by. If these people are helping to encourage you to be who it is that you are meant to be, listen, go for it. That's it.
Strive mentors.
Strive mentors. I don't know if they still have it, but Ignite mentors. If anyone can be a mentor, if they push you into doing the right things, listen, you'll go far.